Baby, let me give it to you. Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything you need, just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it.
Hello. Yes, that's our song. Welcome to Looking for Love, the #1 podcast for Generation X, the #1 relationship podcast for Generation X, where we bridge the gap between Generation X men and women without all the nonsense, without the blame game, pointing fingers, just to bring each other closer together. I'm your host, Trey Kearney, and this is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
And we're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Hey, Lamar, how have you been since I last saw you?
I'm good. I'm in New York. It's cold up here.
Yes.
It's a whole mess up here working. My last day. I've been here since Sunday.
Yes, it is freezing today.
It's cold. It was 38 yesterday. I was like, oh my goodness. It's like, I think in the 80s in Houston.
Oh, you ready to go home?
I'm ready to go home.
No, that's right. I'm ready to go home with you.
Oh, you're not going to believe what I saw walking down 6th Avenue yesterday.
What?
So there's a homeless guy was laying on the ground, and I walked into CVS to go get me a drink. I come out. This guy is sitting on the rail, and he took a dump in the flower bed.
Oh, no.
12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah.
On 6th Street. I was like, I've been coming to New York for almost 20 years. I've never seen nothing like that.
Oh, yeah, they out of control. It's out of control right now. It's out of control.
Unbelievable, boy.
Only if you saw it, only you see it with your own two eyes.
Exactly. You would not believe it.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad. I wish we could have saw each other, but next time we'll see each other. Maybe we'll do a live show for the people.
Absolutely.
While we're in the same vicinity. So let's get started in here. So let's get started in here. Let's see who's in the building. If you are on TikTok, go over to the New You Nation Network and YouTube channel and join us in the conversation so we can put your comments on the screen when you comment. And if you are not, then you can't comment on the screen. So if you have any questions right now on YouTube, you can ask us questions and we will answer on the spot since you are in the building. So our first segment is, what would you do? And if this is your first time here, once we do what would you do, we go to Let's Sip on That. That is our celebrity relationship segment. And then we go to Beauty and the Beast. And then we have our final thoughts, just for housekeeping, in case you don't know how this goes, so you don't just leave after we answer these viewers' questions. So let's get to our first viewer question. You want to start with the easy or the hard?
I want the hard. I want the difficult ones first. Set the tone.
Let me see what we got here. Oh, okay. Let's do this one. I found condoms in my wife's gym bag. It took me 2 weeks to confront her about it. I confronted her when I went in the bag and the condoms were gone. She said that they had a health presentation at the gym and gave them to everyone. When I asked what happened to them, she claimed she threw them away. Am I bugging, or is that strange?
Strange. Hey, strange. I had a similar situation many years ago. I was at a bar and they were handing out novelty condoms, and the people I was hanging out with, they thought it was funny, and they just started sticking their hands in this fishbowl and sticking them in people's pocket and stuff. Now, I thought that I got all of them out of my pocket. Didn't happen. It was, a lot of questions and things that go with that. But they're regular and then they disappear. Hey man, start snooping around, brother. You know better. You know when somebody's playing with your cookies.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. Whenever it comes to me and somebody asks a question like this, it just brings up a red flag, because do you trust her or not? Like, is this out of character for her? You should know your person, right? You should know your wife. Your wife went to the gym. She goes to the gym on a regular basis. If this is bothering you because something else bothered you before, like if I had a partner and we were together and I found condoms and we've never had any situation and he came home and said they was giving out condoms at the bar randomly or whatever, it was a presentation. If I've never had a problem, I probably would be like, oh, okay, like, but if I had a problem in the past, I probably would be questioning it. But I would ask her, why did you take the condoms when they were giving them out?
And why did it take him 2 weeks to say something?
This would be my assumption why it took him 2 weeks. Maybe he was checking the bag to see if, I don't know if it was a 6-pack or if they gave him a box or if they gave him 5 or 3, and he was going back and forth to see if one of them was missing. You know what I mean? Like, if I saw
I'm not letting shit slide. As soon as I see something, I'm speaking on it. So it's, if I find them, we're gonna have a discussion about it. I'm gonna catch you where you ain't got time to think no story or nothing like that. So.
Well, he's thinking like a girl, because a woman. See, I'm thinking from a woman's perspective. We would see the condoms. We would count the condoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would watch for a week to see if one of the condoms disappeared, because that means that you're using the condoms. But he said when he asked her, they were all gone. He asked her when they were all gone. As women, we watch. Like, we would be like, okay, it's condoms. Let me see where this is going. And then the next day we would check the bag. And then the next day we would check the bag. And then the next day we would check the bag. And if the condoms didn't disappear in a timely manner, then we would have the conversation. But most women, we are building a case so that we can say, aha, it was 4 condoms in there. Now it's only 3. What is you doing?
So he does that, and he goes back, and there's none now.
Well, I don't know if he was. See, we would strategically do it day by day, right? Because you ain't using. Again, we don't know how many condoms it was. Was it 3? Because you could use 3 condoms in a day, or was it a box? How many was it? So if it was 3, you're gonna use 1, then you're gonna use another one. That's just my philosophy. We would
what gym she going to? They handing out condoms. I mean, was it, like I said, if it was 1 and it was a non-novelty brand or something like that? I mean, a condom that's sold in the stores versus a condom that's given away for free. The condoms they give away at free clinics are not the condoms they sell at the corner store.
Right. Well,
so
you had a presentation at the gym, but where are they having presentations at gym?
But what I'm saying is that the presentation at the gym, they're not giving away the condoms that you buy at the pharmacy.
Right.
They're giving away some promotional ones. So if he's looking at them, and let's just say they're the gold wrapper magnums, they ain't giving them away.
Right, because they would have a brand on it for like Red Cross or whatever.
There you go.
Because there you go. Something.
A off-brand condom versus an in-store condom. So if it was a Trojan, if you go to the clinic today, the condoms that they give you are not name brand.
My thing too was, again, either you trust your wife or she's a liar and she's lied to you before. So you have a reason to not believe what she's saying. Because if she never lied to you before, why would she start lying now?
Nah, I would start looking. I would start digging.
This is what I'm gonna say about digging to all the people who are watching, and this is true, Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
If you go digging, you're gonna find something, even if you don't find something.
Yep.
Your mind is gonna tell you found something. So, if you go digging, if you're not prepared to walk away, just don't dig. Let that woman cheat in peace.
I agree. If you don't have the balls to leave, just act like you didn't see it, man.
Right. If you're just gonna be arguing, just let it go.
Let it go.
You're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now we are reading our viewers' question for our segment of What Would You Do? And me and Lamar just give our opinion. We give what we would do or what we think. That we are not doctors or psychiatrists. And your behavior, whatever you decide to do, is on you. So that's our disclaimer, because we don't want nobody coming back saying, well, Tray and Lamar told me to leave. We ain't telling nobody to do nothing. We just telling you what we would do.
What we would do.
Or what we think. So, bro, if you don't trust your wife, then a relationship without trust is like a car with no gas. It ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere.
So let's go to our next question. We're going to keep it moving so we can get a few in. Let's see. Oh, I left my ex to go back to my children's mother. We were together for 2 years before I left her. Last month, I made a poor choice and slept with her unprotected. Of course, she had no problem. It was a way to pay my kid's mother back. I was experiencing some discomfort and went to the doctor. They told me I had an STD and prescribed meds for me and my partner. I told my ex, she went and of course claimed she doesn't have anything. I have to tell my lady what's up. If I didn't get it, if my ex doesn't have it and I got it from somewhere. So I must have got it from my lady. How do I handle this?
I mean, you got to attack this one straight on.
Is your ex lying though? Because you slept with her unprotected. So if you had an STD,
yeah, I mean, it just did. Yeah. I mean,
it didn't show up yet.
Yeah, it cannot show up yet, but
if it didn't show up yet, then you didn't get it from her.
Yeah, to be determined. But is he back with the ex-wife?
No, he's with his children's mother, but with his ex that he left to go back to his children's mother.
So he slept with his ex, and the ex is saying she don't have nothing, but he's got to tell his wife because he lives with her now, or they're back together. So yeah, don't worry about the ex if you're not with her anymore. Now you got to talk to the wife.
You need to go tell your wife, I have a sexually transmitted disease. Where did I get it from? To see what she says. Because if your ex saying she didn't give it to you, you need to just step to her like you've never slept with the ex. That's what I would do. Not that I'm shady or anything like that.
Right.
I would go to my man and be like, if I slept with my ex and I went to him and said, I went to the doctor and they said I got sexually transmitted disease, and he came and went to the doctor and said, I don't have nothing. I would go to my man and be like, yo, what's up?
Ooh.
You just need to really go to her and have the conversation of where did you get a sexually transmitted disease from that you gave to me?
Yeah, it's one of the two, but in that situation, you have to assume it's both.
Well, once you say to her, I got a sexually transmitted disease, where did I get it from? Who are you sleeping with? And if she says, I ain't slept with nobody, then you know your ex is lying.
Well, regardless of the fact, is he worried about he has to tell his wife that he slept with his ex?
Yes. And he worried he got a sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah.
She said she don't have it.
But why is he? Listen, I've had sex with and without condoms. It's not that big of a deal. I don't understand why guys are not wearing condoms. I don't understand that to save my life. It's like, if you're going to fuck around, that's the number one rule. If you're going to cheat, protect yourself.
And your loved one.
That is the number one basis of, you can probably have a conversation and be like, hey, listen, I'm not bringing nothing home. Protect you in this scenario. He's being immature in the situation to me, but now he's got to fess up. So he's in a rock and a hard place at this point.
I just think that when people spin the block, I think they're comfortable with that person. So I think that's why the condom is not an issue, because you're going back to old girl that you know.
Right, but you don't know what she's doing on the side. You don't have any visibility of how she's moving now. So you always got to protect you. And I remember being 15, 16 years old. My mom always told me, do not leave it up to no woman to take care of your business. And I can probably count on one hand how many women I've slept with no condoms. Like it's I don't know. It's just something you just don't practice. It's like.
But a lot of men run that. It don't feel the same.
I know, that's what I'm saying, and I'm here to dispel that myth. They got condoms that are millimeter thin. I mean, it's like nothing. Like they don't feel like anything. It's like, I don't know. It's just.
Ladies, y'all heard that.
But women in a scenario, that's why I don't understand is accidental pregnancies can happen when you are with a partner and you guys have had that trust. But to be single and be out here sleeping around and getting people pregnant, that is crazy. You know,
Right.
it's like meet a girl at a club and go home and sleep with her in a week or so like that, and you unprotected, you are gambling with your health.
Russian roulette.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I never understood that. I just never understood that.
My thing is, don't cheat. And I mean, he said he made a poor choice, but blah blah blah. You didn't make a poor. You did what you wanted to do, and of course, this woman was gonna jump on it because you left her for the woman, and she want to pay her back. So of course, she want every opportunity to sleep with you. But again, his question is, how do I handle this? The way that you handle this is to have an honest conversation with your woman and say, I have a sexually transmitted disease. Not a real honest
But
conversation.
see, but if he goes in that way, he's kind of pointing the finger at her, and he's not alluding to the fact that he slept with the ex.
But why would he if the ex says she doesn't have it?
Okay, so what if the wife goes, now it's going to turn into a scenario and she goes, I don't have anything, but she probably has something now, and she'd be like, I didn't do nothing. Now that there's a level of distrust now, so it's like, if the wife goes, I don't have anything, where did you get it from? Because I ain't been with nobody. Now it turns into my word against your word.
Well, he got it from somewhere. And if the only person he slept with was his ex, listen, brother, I'm telling you, if the only person that you slept with was your ex, and your ex is being honest to say she doesn't have it, because she might be lying.
Right, she probably is.
But
So if he lives with his wife, he has better visibility. There's a greater chance that he knows that the wife hasn't done anything, as opposed to the ex that he don't know what she's doing. She don't
right.
know. He don't know who's coming through there.
So you telling him to come clean with the wife?
He's gonna have to, because
Mm,
I mean now it would be better for him to come clean and take whatever she's gonna give him, as opposed to now he's accusing her.
okay, you're
Take
right.
the blame. You're the man in this situation. You made a bad choice. You slept with your ex without a condom. If you didn't sleep with her without a condom, if you had a condom on, you wouldn't even having this problem.
Right.
So now you gotta own up to your mistake, homeboy. It's like you are the factor in the middle that made this happen, and you're gonna go into it and go, oh, now you. So she's gonna be like, where I didn't do it. You must have got it from somebody. Now he has to come clean. So now he just needs to come clean. Be a man. Say, listen, I slipped up. I've slept with my ex.
No,
I
don't say
got
you slept with
something.
your ex. Just say you slipped up. Don't say it was her.
Nah, yeah. I mean, he should own it all the way. I mean, he's gotta take. He's gonna have to take it, because somebody's lying in the scenario, and the only common denominator is him, that he didn't protect himself, and
Right.
he can't go. I would lose my shit over somebody that comes to me accusatory, and you out here cheating.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Is like, don't go into it accusatory. Go into it like, listen, I messed up, man. We obviously we've gotten past things before. And if she can't, then we ain't be supposed to be together. So it's like, don't live in this dishonest, man. Like, be honest. Either protect yourself or be honest.
Hmm. Well, you heard it from Lamar. I'm, that's probably not the route that I would take, but the route that I would take would probably get me in more trouble.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be like, so you walk in, you're like, look, guess what? I found out I got something, and I'm pointing the finger at you. Now your initial thing, you're gonna be like, I ain't been with nobody. You must have. Now you're only telling one side of the story.
I'd be like, this is what I would do. This is honestly what I would do. The question is, what would you do? I would be like, with my ex, we need to go to the doctor together. Let's go to the clinic together, because I need to hear them tell you that you don't have nothing. Right. So this doesn't become a battle between me and my woman, or me and my man. We gonna go to the clinic together. Let's go. Now, when they tell me that she don't have nothing, then I know.
Gotta get okay. That's one way to take it, but that's one way to take it. But
I think,
again, he's trying to cover his mistake.
right.
So
But in the long run, wouldn't you want to know?
I would stop dealing with her. I mean, that's
No, I
the whole
mean, wouldn't you
point.
want to know that if you didn't get it from the ex that your wife stepped out on you?
Yeah, I mean, we could. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But I'm gonna point it at me is that I should have put a condom on. I wouldn't
Right,
even.
that part too.
Yeah, I mean, so, but yeah, I mean, that's a good point too. I mean, go to the doctor with her, get tested, and go from there. If she comes back negative, now you can go back with your original accusatory.
Not accusatory, but just to even if you want to go back and have the conversation of I did do dirt, but the dirt came from you too. So something going on here. Because
Right, right.
I would want to know if my ex was lying. Just
Yeah, find out from the
my
ex, and now
partner.
you can go have a conversation. Say, listen, man, something's going on because I had a scare. I fucked up. I found out it wasn't her. We found out it is you. What's really going on? Now you can go about it that way. That's a different way.
That part, because if he never finds out if the ex had it, right, then he'll never know the truth about the woman that he's with. So
True.
he's always going to doubt her. So you just need to know if this chick is lying.
Right.
And next time use a condom, like Lamar said. And ladies, the nugget here from this conversation is that a condom is so thin. There are condoms that are so thin. There's no man that should tell you that he don't want to use a condom. And we heard that from the horse's mouth. A lot of times, a lot of men have told us, "Oh, it don't feel the same." But we got big brother, big uncle Lamar here.
Listen, as long as that thing get wet, it don't make no difference. It feels horrible if it's not moist enough. That's the problem.
Oh,
So the wetter, the better. Yeah. Off the dome.
don't start. Do
So listen, I've had my fair share of relationships and encounters with women, and the determining factor in condoms is how wet does she get?
oh Lord. We going to the next question right now. If you just tuned in, see my cheeks getting red. See that? You always starting. Cheeks getting red. Listen, you just tuned in. You tuned in to Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live. You can meet us on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel, where we can actually put your comment on the screen, like we just did Kimba. Kimba said the ex is lying. Uh-oh. So what would you do, Kimba? So we're going to go to our next question so that we can get to all our segments tonight. Let's see. Oh, Lord. You want to hear this one?
Yes. I love it. I love it. It makes you pause.
Woo. I've been with my man for 4 months now. I stayed at his house recently and decided while he was out running errands, I would surprise him by doing his laundry. Well, to my surprise, his underwear had dookie stains. Oh my God, I am so disgusted. What grown man doesn't know how to wipe his ass? I'm really considering breaking up with him. I'm overreacting and being petty, but dookie stains for real? That's dirty.
Oh, there's a couple of things. It is 2024, almost 2025, and anybody that is still using toilet paper, you're nasty. You're nasty. So I had a scenario because I've used wipes for 15 years now. I don't even use toilet paper anymore. So my ex-father-in-law asked me one time, he said, "Man, why do you use wipes?" I said, "Imagine this. We got a glass table. I pour mud on this glass table. And you got to eat off this table. But you going to wipe yours with toilet paper. I'm wiping mine with wipes." And he was just like, interesting. I was like, exactly.
Well,
exactly.
a question is, I'm thinking about breaking up with him. Do you think I'm overreacting and being petty?
Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's an overweight guy. Maybe he's bigger. I mean, you need to introduce some sanitary napkins and clean yourself, my brother. You know, like if you're a hairy guy, you gotta have lawn maintenance, man. You got to. You know, every guy has a different level of body hair, and you gotta shave, man. You got to. You got to keep it trim. You know, no woman is rushing down to give you head when it looks like a wild bird nest.
I'm just thinking. My mind is going. And Renee said, was it only one pair because maybe he had an accident? I
Okay, that's fair.
pair because she was doing his laundry, and if she's appalled, I don't think it's one pair. If she's like, I'm ready to go, so you're doing somebody's laundry. Did you go through the basket? Like, let me see. Maybe he did. Had a skid mark. I just, I'm personally, I would be done. I
Yeah, I'll probably be done too. And I have a phobia of hair. I just don't like hair. For me, for my woman, I don't like hair. So it's like, you know, I've
you
dated
don't
women,
like hair. You don't like no hair.
none. Only thing you should have is the hair on your head and your eyebrows. That is it.
Oh,
Everything else we lasering off.
nah, me and you not gonna get along because
I want it smooth.
oh no, you want a baby.
That shit, don't look at it like a baby. It's sanitary. It feels better. And the
Clean my
things, but I don't care. It's just it's like having a 5 o'clock shadow. You know that's prickly all in your face.
I'm not, nah. So that's
Look, I get underarms lasered. I get Brazilian lasered. Get legs lasered. You women love it. If you never had laser, like I said, like men, black men, I got my neck lasered. No hair bumps ever, ever. Laser, it costs you $500-600. I'm telling you, it's the best investment you can do for yourself.
Dookie stains are a deal breaker for me. I don't know about the rest of the children, but imagine Lamar fought for a man. Put the shoe on the other foot, and you go to wash your woman's panties, and she got Dookie.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you have to be clean. You know, it's like, I've looked at women I've dated sideways. I remember, because I'm very big on teeth. Nice teeth are a turn on to me. And I was dating somebody one time, and we were walking out the house, and I look at her, she looked at me, and I was like, "You brush your teeth today?" And she looked at me. I mean, it looked like she ate a bologna sandwich and came outside. I'm like, "Oh no, man!" Like, that's a turn off. It's just one of those things. It just, I don't know. I'm just big on ears, teeth, toes, nails. Like keep those things up. Like I'm very sensitive. When I was a kid, I really really dry skin. So you know, I'm gonna grease myself up, So I stay greased up, and it's an insecurity as a kid because I'm 11, 12 years old. I wasn't exfoliating, I wasn't doing
You
nothing like that.
ashy.
I was super ashy, just scaly. My brother would look at me all the time and be like, "Boy, you like scales, like a lizard."
Listen, I agree. Well, Rose over here said God gave you hair for a reason. That's how I feel about my hair. I feel like my hair is down there to protect some things, and it ain't wild and scary or nothing. It's taken care of.
It's listen, older mature ladies, they all say that they don't like that, but hey, to each his own. Some men like bushes, you know.
I don't have a bush. Disrespectful. I don't have a
Yeah, we
bush.
got a 5 o'clock shadow.
It's no, it's not 5 o'clock shadow. It's the right length. It's smooth.
Okay, so you're in between a bush and 5 o'clock shadow. Yeah, you got like this. Like, here you go.
No, it's again. I'm not the bald girl. So the man that has to deal with me has to know. Now my legs and everything is shaved. Underarms, legs.
When you wear a bathing suit, it's like you got buckwheat in the figure four.
No, it's smooth. It's not thick like a. It's not like a.
But it's hanging out the side and shit, right?
No, it's not. It's a bikini. That's all shaved. That's shaved.
So you shave the bikini with a razor, but you just stop when it gets around the vagina.
Right. Yeah. Like I just go up to the bikini.
Just shave a little bit more over.
I don't want to shave my hair off. I don't want to. But you can't make me, Lamar. don't want a baldy.
You're giving too much info. Your admirers watching.
I don't care. Then they know. If you want a baldy, if you want a bald
Is good.
Then
Bald is good. It
then
feels
I
good. It feels good against your skin. It feels great.
You bald down there?
Yeah, I keep myself trimmed. Yep.
Bald?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Okay, yep. I don't even know how we got on this conversation. From dookie to baldness. This is too much tonight. Yeah. You probably gotta go to midnight.
yeah. Midnight's coming. Leave Harry Butt alone. Keep it moving because he got a problem.
But I just think that you should know how to wipe yourself in your 40s and 50s. If you should take the time to know that you're clean, like how you walk, your butt not itching. If you know what I mean. I'm serious. Like your butt gotta be itching if you got dookie in it.
Ugh. That's what, man. You gotta use wipes, man. Listen. If I go to your house and you don't have wipes, you nasty. And I'm not even trying to use the bathroom like that at your house. But I'm just looking. If you don't have wipes out,
it's wipes in my house. It's wipes under all my sinks. So
yeah, I'm like, I don't play that.
But I'm just saying, because if you don't clean yourself, you're gonna smell. Your butt's gonna get raw. Like it's. Like he got to know that something's going on, and
I just hope he had an accident.
Well, just have the conversation with. I don't even know how you have that conversation.
But man, hold up. But I wash clothes every day. How are you gonna doo-doo on yourself and you're not gonna throw it in the washer immediately? You're just gonna throw it in the pile on top of the other clothes.
Because he normally has dookie stains. That's why. Like this is just his normal behavior. Like
okay.
I don't wash clothes every day. I wash clothes once a week.
I wash clothes every day. I wash something every day.
Well, stop wasting all that water. What are you doing? Anyway, we're going to something else. We're gonna go to our next question. So for me, I would say to her, for me, I'm not telling you what to do. If I did his laundry and it was all of his underwear was soiled, I would be done with the situation because I'm not teaching no grown man how to wipe.
Well, how long it been? You said 4 months, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of sick because I was thinking like, what would I do if I found Kim's underwear? I'd be like, I walk out with like, nigga, what's going on with you?
What is this?
What's wrong with you? You had taco night? Like you had taco night? Was it burritos? What's going on? Your stomach hurt?
Right. No, but she knows that she did his laundry, and if all of the underwear were soiled or had dookie stains, then that's a problem. And how do you even approach that question? How do you even have that conversation with a grown-up? Like, oh, I was trying to do a good deed and wash your clothes and you had dookie stains. I'm just not calling you no more. That's me. You've been ghosted, bro.
I mean, after 4 months, yeah, I'm definitely not dealing with you. 4 months. If we've been together 2 years or something like that, we'll laugh it through because I'm gonna ride your ass out for eternity now.
Hold on. Big said he could have a medical problem. I'm not dealing with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's early. It's early in right now. 4 months.
Yeah, it's too early. Get out. Yeah, get out. 4 months in, I'm out. Yeah.
Yeah, go see.
That would be like the same if I meet a woman and she's not sanitary and she like got a little odor down there or she don't brush her teeth or her ears are dirty. That just leads into other things. I'll cut my losses.
Right. At this big old age,
yeah,
some stuff we just don't have time for. And dookie stains is one of them.
Yeah.
I don't got time to teach no grown man that you shouldn't have dookie stains. And I remember people used to say that all men have dookie stains.
Hell no. Hell no. This one right here, hell no. I had no doo-doo stains in my shit, so I was like 10. Shit, no. I don't play with that. I do not play at all with that sanitary shit. I get ultra offended.
Woo! If you just tuned in, you tuned in for Looking for Love. We are answering our viewers' questions, and we're just giving our "What Will We Do" segment, and we're just telling what we would do. This is not for you to do. It's up to you what you want to do. So Mr. P said that's a lie. That's a sign of stomach issues.
Yeah, shit,
I don't
no.
want none of it. I don't want
Mm.
none of it. So we're gonna get to our next question because we already at 9:39. Let's see. Let me see, because some of these questions these people want us to answer a long time. All right, let's go to this one. I've been dating someone for a while now. We are very compatible, enjoy the heck out of each other's company. We are both in good positions in life, mentally and financially. Our children are grown. Basically, we have no drama. The problem is, we were intimate, and for the first time, he went down on me. And I was so excited when he moved his head down in that direction. Unfortunately, in capital letters, he was the worst. I can't believe a man at this age had no skills in that department. This is definitely a necessity in my life. How do I even approach this conversation?
Be honest. I mean, he's a grown man. Men take direction.
Oh,
Men take direction, especially at this age. If a woman comes to you, he's like, baby, I'm gonna teach you how to eat this thing good, okay? Hey, you turn into a schoolboy.
well, how do you teach a man how to?
Oh, you can teach him. Watch movies together. That'll be an experience together that he will gladly enjoy.
Cherokee said, teach him.
Teach him. Hey, if everything else is good, it be because he's not going to be offended because men want to please their woman. And if you guys have this great relationship, but you have to take a motherly position to kind of like a teacher to be like, come here, baby, let me show you how to do this.
A motherly position.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
We not doing motherly positions.
Authority position. She takes it
Okay.
more authoritative.
So what do you like? I'm trying to think how I would explain to a man how to perform.
You tell him how you want it done, how you want to feel. You know what feels good to you.
Oh, I know how I want to
But
feel.
you have to. It has to become fun. Make it fun. Watch videos. Watch porn together. And
Watching porn
why?
because I don't want to.
You wouldn't want to watch it just to teach him?
No, he could
You
go.
don't watch porn in your relationships?
No, I don't watch porn in my relationships.
I don't really. It doesn't make it into the relationship all the time, but from time to time we watch it.
I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in seeing.
Not even to teach him.
No. Mm-mm.
So you just gonna break up with him?
No, I didn't say I was going to break up with him.
So,
Saying I would just have a conversation and tell him.
but how do you're gonna have to lead him? You got he's starting from zero.
Why
So
is he from zero when they got grown kids?
but maybe he hasn't had a lot of practice in doing that. That's like a woman who listen. There's plenty of women who think they know how to give head that don't know how to give head. Everybody don't give head the same. You gotta listen. First, man and female starts with effort. You have to have the willingness to want to do it.
Well, I could tell a woman how to give head. I can't tell a man how to eat vagina.
Yeah, you can. I know how I want my sucked. Be
I
like, slow
understand.
down, spit on that thing. Get like, listen, use it, don't be biting it. Like, you know what feels good.
Like,
Shit. I know what I ain't never like it's not about you have practice doing it. You know what feels good. When you masturbate, what do? You know what spots you like to touch. Okay.
y'all be doing a lot. Y'all got a lot going on. Y'all masturbating. It's too much going on in this world right now. I'm glad I ran into men who knew what they were doing. Like, because I don't want to be about none of that business. Like, I need to know at 55, 50, 40, like, what will you, nobody ever told him, like, along this journey, right? At this age, right? We 40, 45, 50. No other woman
Look,
ever told him.
listen,
What you doing don't feel good.
I've had my share of relations with women, and every woman don't know how to give head. They think they do, but they don't.
So you don't think no other man has told her, yo,
No.
you don't know what you're doing?
No, I mean, when I run across a woman who don't, there's different levels of how horrible you are. If you're bad at giving head, you're bad at other stuff too. So it all kind of goes together. So it ain't you're not just a bad sucker. You just You bad. You're not flexible. You don't like being put in this position. You complaining. You don't want to go deep. That all of that goes together. And the woman who likes to give head is a lot more flexible, a lot more open, a lot more wetter. It's just, I don't know. It all kind of goes hand in hand. You know what's good. You know what's bad.
Wow. This was an interesting conversation. I'm glad I never ran into these problems because
it scares you what after hours is going to be, huh?
Oh my goodness! The after hours. Are we gonna be giving demonstrations?
Hey, we get in.
We giving no demonstration. Came natural to people. Like I thought that just came natural to.
Well, you've been lucky. You run across some good ones.
Thank God.
Everybody's had that bad experience, and you go, "I'm never talking to you again."
Oh.
Well, I mean, right then, be like, "Yep, this is it for his." Like,
Just be grown-ups and do what makes you feel good and be happy. Everybody don't do that. Where this come from? Rose, you need to put that in again in a different sentence because I don't know what you mean by that. So true. Tanya says, so true. Teach him, guide him softly.
All you have to do is become an authoritative type of figure, not bossy, but hey, baby, let me show you how to do this. Mama likes this. Come on, do that. See, guys are easy to turn on like a light switch. Well, at least I am. You talk to me, I'm gone. But talking a guy through a situation, you'll get a great performance out of him.
Yeah, I'm just saying I wouldn't tell. I'm not teaching though. I would just tell him that wasn't enjoyable for me, so that he would know that there was some work that he needed to do.
But if you don't, he wouldn't even know where to start. Listen, eating vagina, you gotta practice.
Right.
But you don't just, it doesn't just, I remember being a young teenage boy watching a lot of porn, and that was one thing that I was very curious about.
So that's what you learned from watching porn.
And practicing.
Lord Jesus. If you just tuned in, this is our segment. What would you do? And we're just answering our audience viewers questions. And we answer the questions in order. So if you want us to answer one of your questions, you can send us a question to info@newunationnetwork.com. And y'all have been sending them to my email, trey@treykearney.com. But you can now send them to info@newunationnetwork.com. Or you can DM me, or you can DM Lamar if you're a man and you feel more comfortable DMing him. I am at Tray Kearney on Instagram. Lamar is
MAR_T_HALL13.
So if you want to send your questions to us, you can send your questions. Cherokee said that's a personal problem. At advanced age, there is no excuse. No, there is no excuse. My first time I was bad, got an orange and cut it and practice. Now my game is on fire. Well, now you're going to have folks DMing you, bro.
He did it on purpose.
When we start sliding up in your DMs, you just know why. When we start saying, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning, you just know that we read your comment and we screenshot your name.
Listen, it's better to surprise. So I like the surprise attack.
What do you mean?
After I'm done, you be sitting there looking like,
oh, surprise, surprise.
Like, get your ass away from me.
Calling me again. Yes. Listen, and again, these are conversations, like we always talk about communication. These are like conversations that grown people can have about oral sex. Like,
that's a fun relationship. You get to a point, well, at least I am at 52 years old. I get to a point where, man, I'm not gonna take everything serious. Kim and I laugh about a lot of different things, man. I'm not at the age of, just hiding stuff. And I'm gonna make light of it. I think I'm a comedian in the making, so I'm gonna make light of it. I'm gonna take that approach towards most situations to kind of get through it.
Yes, Zeke the Meek said freaky conversations. Yeah, I like a good conversation. And we're at an age now, especially with dating, where you really have to ask these questions, like seriously, about your sexual preferences. Like you really have to ask people because some people don't even do that. And you need to know these things because, like she said, this is definitely necessary in my life. Like you need to know, like,
Right, but if 9 out of 10 things are right, and this is the one thing that needs work, then do the work. There's nothing wrong with that. Do the work. I guarantee you, he will follow your instruction because everything else works.
a little
Everything
bit
else
to
is
the
right.
left, a little bit to the right.
Hey, baby, lick that, suck that, go a little faster, a little harder. Man, you gonna get the best at that, man. You just got to be transparent with each other. Everything we talk about comes back to honesty, being transparent, and knowing your deal breakers.
And
Every week, we touch on this in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and people just refuse to want to be honest.
we are talking about, we're actually on our segment of what would you do right now. We're answering our audience questions. And a woman said that her partner was terrible at oral sex and she was trying to figure out how to approach the conversation or just maybe just push his head or not even have that.
No, no, no,
I
no.
don't mean push his head like that. I mean not have the conversation, but just start.
Instruct him, baby. I love you, and I want you to eat this thing like real good, and I'm gonna tell you how. You know what he gonna do? Okay.
Some men be having egos though.
No, not at this age. Not at this age. You're not gonna have no.
I don't know what I'm doing.
If he's trying to do it, that means he's wants to do it.
Okay. So
Give him some instruction to make it sexual. Don't make it weird. When you make things weird, that's when it just don't feel right. Make it sexual. Make it a teaching lesson.
make it fun.
Make it fun.
Can I show you something real quick? We're gonna get to one more question. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to one more question.
All right.
My boyfriend lied about his finances. We've been together for 6.5 months. He's 45 and I'm 47. We are exclusive and pretty much on the serious route. We've talked about expectations and deal breakers. He lied about how much money he has in the bank. I took his car to go get food when I was over his house. When I was driving, I pulled down the sun visor to block the sun and a piece of mail fell down. It was his bank statement. This man told me he had close to $50,000 in the bank. You know how much he has? $723.97. I have not addressed the situation yet, but I definitely plan on in the near future. It's not the fact of how much he has, it's the fact that he lied. Do I walk away or do I stay?
I mean, if financial security is a deal breaker for you and you feel like you're not financially secure, it can be a deal breaker. But I would say for most people, that should not be a deal breaker. What the like you're saying, the question that I would want is, why did you feel it necessary to lie that you had $50,000 in the bank?
Right.
It didn't change the relationship. It didn't change how I felt about you. It did nothing. It was irrelevant information, and now you've created doubt in everything you say now.
Right.
Why?
Again,
And just explain it.
and this may be a problem too, just for us as women to be mindful. Sometimes we come to the table with our bank statement, and it's scary for a man of a woman of a certain caliber to say, I have $723.97 when you come sitting at the table talking about my car, my house, my bank account, and he has to tell you got $723.97. So we have to be mindful of how we are dating and how we are approaching situations and how uncomfortable will make a man feel or a woman feel, to be honest, right? My problem too here is not how much he has. That's my problem too. Let me be honest. My problem is he is 46 years old, 45, and he only got $723.97 to his name. Like, and y'all are just getting to know each other. Now, it will be a different situation if y'all had built and something happened because life happens to people. But at this point, he shouldn't be trying to be in a serious relationship with anybody until he gets his self together, his finances together. Because that's
I mean, I'm not a firm believer in keeping a bunch of money in your account. So my money goes into investments and things like that. So I don't.
now
I,
that's a different conversation.
I don't want to have $50,000. If you have $50,000 sitting in your account today, you're idiot, because you should be investing that in multiple things, IULs, cryptocurrency, stocks. That this day and age, that should not be a goal for anyone. If you're doing that, you are thinking 40, 50 years. You're thinking like your great grandparents.
Well, brother, you better have some money somewhere.
He might have credit cards. I mean, I have credit cards. I use points. I don't use cash. Cash is irrelevant. I use debit. I use other people's money.
And somebody said could be another account.
Could be, but what I'm saying is that listen, we're going into 2025, and cryptocurrency and all these things are happening, and people are not paying attention. And this is the one time that Black people can get rich. I do your homework. I'm not giving you financial advice, but do your homework. You should know about IULs. You should know about stocks. And we have been taught nothing, nothing. And we have to understand is that use the internet for good. Stop doing it for the gossip part of it or looking at booties and stuff like that. Use it for that. Type in, clear up your search. I don't have naked booties on my search. Mine talks about investing in crypto and stocks and your mindset, things like that. So you have to want this change. And just because this man doesn't have physical cash that's going to make you feel comfortable does not mean he doesn't have his money in the correct places.
Well, that's a conversation that they need to have. But he lied and said he had.
Correct. That's the bigger problem. Why are you so necessary? I would be like, I'm investing in crypto. I got IULs. I got some stocks. Man, I don't need that $50,000 in the bank.
Right. You just need to be honest with me of how much you have so that I can make a conscious decision of where I want to go with this relationship.
Right.
Because are you maintaining your home? Like if he has a roof over his head, a car that he's driving, and he's paying his bills and he's not relying on anybody else, you're not really broke for me.
Right. You're doing better than most.
Yeah, because listen.
You're doing better than most. So I mean, again, she's putting a lot of emphasis on having cash when the emphasis should be on why did he feel it necessary to lie?
That's what she said. She said it's not the fact of how much he has; it's the fact that
then ask him that and go from there.
Listen. For me, listen. It's hard for me once you lie to me, because if you lied about this, what else are you lying about? Like why are you lying? Like what's the problem? Why are you just a liar to me now? And it's hard for me. Trust is like a piece of paper that you ball up. Like once you ball it up, like you can't get it smooth again.
Right.
So it's like, how do I trust you when I say to you, why did you tell me you have $50,000 in the bank? Why did you lie? 9 times out of 10 in the back of my mind, what's coming out of your mouth is a lie because you just made something up.
But everything is going to be questioned thereafter, no matter what. It's I when I started dating after my last 2 relationships, I tell guys all the time, if you never dated a woman that's looked at you with respect and admiration, I advise you to go get you one, man. I said but that requires you to do some work on yourself. If you want to be that type of man, because that's important to me. So when women I've dealt with, they look at me like, wow, you're a pretty cool guy. Like your mind, how you approach things like that. But that took work on me, and that matters.
For a person to admire first.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I wasn't always this person. I was not always this person. So I did the work, and that's very important to me. So like I understand what you're saying about lying. So because that, man, I gotta have that respect and admiration, but it starts with me, and I rely on my things. Like I'm honest, and sometimes honesty hurts, but you're never going to accuse me of being a liar. One thing is Lamar is never a thief, and I'm never fucking creepy. I take that so serious.
Yeah, but said if you lie, you'll cheat. And if you cheat, you'll steal. So I don't be messing around with folks that be lying. So at this point, a conversation definitely needs to be had. But you have to ask yourself, will I believe him when he tells me other stuff, right? Has this tainted you so far that now that you think he's a liar? And here's another question for you. You believe him now, right? He might be a pathological liar, right? It's a 50-50, like we said, love is a gamble, 50-50. So is the risk worth the reward? You said some very nice things about him. Everything else is in order, but he lied about his bank account. So if everything else is in order, is the risk worth the reward? Because is he just faking everything in front of you? And sometimes we don't know a person until we really get to know a person. So we have to be willing to gamble to find out about people every day of our life. That's just the truth about dating. That's just the truth about getting into a relationship with anybody. It is a gamble. You really have to get to know a person. And the only way to get to know them is to get to know them. But never, ever ignore what you see. Because in the end, you'll be talking about, I didn't see no red flags. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
He lied about his bank account. And you let that go. So is the risk worth the reward? Is there anything else that you've seen in this last 6.5 months that would make you say, okay, now this is getting out of hand?
It's sad that society has created this standard that men have to be so perfect to be worthy, you know, and it's like, why you have to lie about money, you know, because he's, you know, some deficiency somewhere, he's being looked down upon. So if he's got to overcompensate with something else. And
But that's in his own mind.
it is, no, I mean, it's all planted in everybody's mind subconsciously, you know, and it's more prevalent in more people than others. You know, it's like, you know, why do people get surgeries and mess with their face and do that stuff? There's, you know, there's insecurities there. And I just think that people are just being slowly brainwashed, man, and nobody's paying attention. And I think we come from a generation that we can see the difference,
Right.
and we see this crazy world, and you look at it and you shake your head and go like, man, it used to not be like this. And our grandparents and great grandparents have said the same thing too. But I think that's with every generation. But we see the damage that's being done, and I just look at young people and just go like I look at my daughter all the time. I go like, man, y'all ain't got a chance, man.
But they do if they decide to not go with the flow. If they don't,
Yeah, it's hard. It is so hard, and I think I tried my best to instill my daughter. It's okay not to go with the crowd. You know,
right.
and I told her, I said, listen, I want you. I used to give her a scenario all the time. I said, if your girlfriends are drinking, and would you get in that car? Are you that smart enough to go like, nah, I'm not getting it? Because when I was in high school and stuff like that, I didn't do that. I didn't play with alcohol, nothing like that. I didn't start drinking till way into college. You know,
Right.
I was an athlete. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink. I took my health. You know, I was like, no, I'm not putting that stuff in my body. I never tasted beer till I was a freshman in college.
Well, I was drinking at 16. We were
And
sneaking. We were sneaking liquor at 16.
bad, it's bad.
I'm just saying, we was just sneaking liquor at 16. But we live in a society right now where we have to be accountable for ourselves as individuals. And so many people are not accountable for themselves as individuals, right? I don't care what everybody else is doing. I have common sense to know that if this is not right, it's not right. And that's from being
But
deciding to be an individual.
we're a different generation. It's
No,
just
I think that
there's more people like us that look at society and go like, it's pity. And it's each generation it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like if you spent, you know, I've had conversations in my industry. I'm around a lot of people that are younger than me, and
mhm.
just to listen to their conversations, sometimes you just look at it and go like, man, this is crazy. I said I truly am old. You know, I look in the mirror and I don't feel like Lamar's old. And then I get around some people that are 25, 26 years old, and I'm like, damn, I'm old. Like, yeah, I cannot relate to y'all, you know? And it's just like,
But you're not supposed to be able to relate to them. But it's
right.
people our age who run around talking about this pee in the dating pool. No, it's not. There's not pee in the dating pool. You deal with foolish people. That's the pee in the dating pool is people who deal with foolish people. I'm not in that pool with y'all. I don't get in the pee pool. Okay, so I don't think there's pee in the dating pool. I think that people use that as an excuse. And if you're saying it's pee in the dating pool, more than likely you're the pee.
I just had chlorine underwear on. I had a chlorine suit on. I'm swimming in it, backstroking.
I'm just saying, you're talking like you have never been played.
Hmm?
I've never been played.
Played? But where'd that come from? Played pal. What are we talking about? What's played?
I
Like
don't.
somebody got over on you?
Yeah, no, I've never been
Like a
played.
sucker? I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I got played before.
I don't think any of us. I don't believe like people got played. I just think that we weren't mature to see the red flags. I don't think we were mature to walk away. I don't think any of us got played. We were in a different place in our life that we hung on to somebody too long, or we didn't take.
Yeah, no, I've never been I've never been in a like abusive relationship. Closest thing I had to abusive relationship was high school, and it was more physical than anything. So it was like,
Oh no, I ain't never been in no abusive relationship. Like,
I mean, my mama told me, she just like, don't ever put your hands on a woman, and I didn't. And this young lady, I don't know, she thought she was Mike Tyson or something, man.
oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I
we
mean,
not hitting folks.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
but it's on here with your man and his finances. If he's a good guy and you like him, just have a real deep
yeah.
conversation and say to him, lying is a deal breaker for me. Now, maybe you embellish the truth because maybe I made you feel some kind of way about money, but lying's a deal breaker to me. So if we ever have this problem again,
Yeah.
I will
That's
have
fair.
to walk away. I
That's
wouldn't dump the brother, but I will say,
fair.
if we ever have this problem again, if there's ever a discrepancy in what you're telling me, then I'm going to have to protect myself and walk away because I really like you. If you really like him, you said
That's fair. That's really great advice.
yes. So we're going to get to our next segment. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. We would love for you to join us over there. If you're on any other platform, if you're on TikTok or Facebook, we would love for you to join us on YouTube so that we can put your comments on the screen and you can interact with us. If you're enjoying this on YouTube, there's a thing called supers. You can hit the super button and you can donate to us so that we can keep this thing going. So let's get to our next segment, which is our Let's Sip on That, which is our celebrity relationship segment. So let's share our celebrity relationship segment right now.
Events, but I just want to say, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is beautiful because, you know, throughout my career, I've been nominated and won a lot of awards, but it's nothing like an award that brings your family and brings your backbone to the stage to let people know that this is the reason why you are so successful. So I just want to thank Heather for this beautiful award show. This award right here, this means a lot. I was telling her backstage that I've been nominated for 20 Grammys and they never won one. But this right here, this feels better than the Grammy. So to the couples out there tonight, it's always gonna be rocky, it's always gonna be hard, but if it's true love and it's meant to be what it's supposed to be, it's gonna always be what it is. That's real love. This is black love. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
So Snoop Dogg and his wife, Shanta Brodus, were honored with the Black Love Award at the 2024 Give Her Flowers Awards Gala. The legendary hip-hop artist and his spouse accepted the award during Femme It Forward's third annual gala held on Friday, November 8th at the Beverly Hilton in Los Angeles. And we have so much celebrity relationship gossip that's just not good. And I just thought that was a beautiful thing that they honored him and his wife for their contribution to society and for him to honor his wife and say, this is my backbone. It ain't been easy.
So,
So
what Shantae realized early is that she has a very limited man on this planet. He has access to things that most men don't have access to. He makes money that most men don't make. So he's going to attract more than just you. And she understood that what he does out in the streets, he does out in the streets. When he comes home, he's home. He acts how I want him to act. but I cannot control this man and expect this man to say no to the temptations that are out there. And
I don't think he cheated on her.
hell yeah, he did. Are you crazy?
I'm sure.
That dude was banging it, man. That's
I don't
chicks.
think he cheated on her on things that she didn't know about.
Okay, well, listen, she understands that she is number one. And all the conversation we talk about all the time. Some women be like, listen, don't disrespect me. Don't
Right.
be making no more kids out here, and don't bring no diseases in these houses.
Right. Don't make no
So
fool out of me.
there's real women that understand that. And if you have a man that makes a whole bunch, Snoop making $1 million a day over the Olympics, you think Shantae gonna give up that life over some? Now he a grandfather now. He's turning into a man now. He's starting to understand that is foolish. But you can't expect him to think like that from 24 to 40 years old.
No, right? No,
But how many women have these type of men, and then they don't understand them? She did. So she listen. A lot of women not built for that.
No,
They just not. They
you
just
have
not.
to know. You have to know your limits, and you have to know what you want and what you don't want.
You got to look at it like this. You got to put emphasis. If he ain't falling in love with nobody, and like, it's just money. It's money that he made. He's gonna trick. He's gonna have sex with him. He's gonna do whatever. Let him do that. That shit gets old to men.
That ain't my life, though.
But I get it. But I'm just saying is that if you want that life, you're gonna have to deal with that and wait for that man to slow down. Because every man slows down in his life. He will. He has to.
Well, you're not gonna drag me until you sit down. I'm sorry.
It just depends. It just at some point a man starts to go, you know what? Banging all these chicks ain't important. But most women, and you got to evaluate your man. Is he above average? Is he super above average? That's for you to determine.
I don't care how above average or how much money.
I mean, that's fine. I mean that, but I'm just saying, until you encounter and deal with that situation, you don't really know how you will deal with it. You know, it's like,
you know how. See, you saying I don't know how to deal with it. I do know how I would deal with it. I don't care how much money you have.
No, it's not about money. It's just about, do y'all have something special? Like she was with him when he was 17, 18 years old. That's a level of trust that he has with that woman that he's never gonna get with another woman. They grew up together. They got childhood things together. But you cannot expect this man not to desire some of the most beautiful women in the world that want to have sex with him. She's not that pretty. You can't expect him to be faithful.
Yes, I can.
You're fooling yourself if you do that. You're fooling yourself. If you want a man that other women want, and he's that caliber of a man, you're gonna have to deal with some shit.
Ugly men, women want ugly men. Women want men that other.
If he has ugly men only thrive if they got money. They gotta have above average money.
No, women have this funny way of wanting a man that another woman has because they're thinking she got the prize. She's with him for a reason. If a woman sees an ugly man with a pretty woman, she's thinking there's something there, and I need to find out.
Yeah, you got money. That's what this y'all. That's women are so materialistic. Y'all are so materialistic. Y'all are easily taken visually. Money, cars. Some women.
Not most. Some
better than most.
Some, because I know
it's a larger percentage than it should be.
Yes, absolutely. But I know a lot of women that are not materialistic. I know a lot of
and most shouldn't be, but most are.
Most young women are. Women our age, we're not materialistic.
We all grow up. I used to be materialistic when I was young. I'm not materialistic now.
You're not listening to me. I've never been materialistic, and neither has anybody in my crew.
Okay.
We've never been, and most women,
that's a rare crew. So
a lot of
yours is rare, and then there's 100 more that are not.
A lot of women, like you said, men, love is third for them. Love is first for us. The majority of us, love is first for us. Money is probably second, but love is first for us.
Okay, so the women that say money's first, I think there's a small percentage of women that put love first over money these days.
Nah, these days you
And
talking
money isn't I want your money. It's money as in security. Money as this will help my lifestyle, give me security, give me the things that I want, not the taking care of and the splurging, just the regular normal
oh yeah,
security.
of course we want a man that could take care of himself.
Okay, that's first and foremost. So it's not love.
No, love is first for women, not for men.
Some
Love is first. If you do a
some
survey on
man, I just came from the
probably
Ritz
our
Carlton, and all
downfall,
them women walked there. All the women walking through there looking like money was first.
well, you came from the Ritz Carlton. That's a different.
So you can't say that's what I'm saying. There's a larger percentage than it should be.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that
Listen, there were more women in the Ritz Carlton that I just saw that put money first than your crew.
how old are these women? Like you're dealing with
35 to your age.
a different demographic.
35 to your age, and I seen some duck faces.
Oh, I'm not messing with you. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. We would love for you guys to join us on YouTube and subscribe, share, and hit the notification so you know that when we go live, when we put up new content, we have a lot of new shows coming up. We are here. We got a show that comes on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is a woman to woman show, and we would love for you to tune into that. If you would like to send us a question, you can send it to info@newunationnetwork.com, info@newunationnetwork.com. If you would like to advertise your book, ministry, mission, movement, whatever it may be, your clothing line, shoot us a line at info@newunationnetwork.com, and you can have a commercial right on here. And the one good thing about YouTube is it's evergreen. It will never go anywhere. So each person that watches that will see your brand. So we're going to get to our final thoughts right now because our time has winded down rapidly. So, oh no, we got to do our Beauty and the Beast segment. I'm sorry. Y'all stick around. We have to do our health and wellness segment right now. So Lamar, what is your health and wellness tip for the week?
Flexibility as we're getting older. Flexibility, people. Get down sometimes, stretch, touch your toes, open up those hips. You will thank me later. You need flexibility the older you get. I'm not saying you got to put your head on your knee, but you should be able to touch your toes and be able to hold it for at least 10 seconds. So flexibility.
Stretch. So my tip is get your teeth checked, period. If you have had a root canal, I just have to tell y'all this. I had a tooth pulled on Thursday from an old root canal. And when they give you a root canal, they kill the nerve in your tooth, but they don't take the tooth out. So if the tooth is rotting in your mouth under your crown, you will not know because you don't have a nerve to signal you that the tooth is rotting, right? So if you have a rotten tooth right now, you don't have a root canal, it's just your tooth. You're going to get pain when you eat sugar. You're going to get pain when you drink cold wine or cold water. You're going to get pain. Something's going to make it hurt because the nerve is going to get irritated. If you have a tooth in your mouth where they have not removed the nerve, you have a dead tooth in your mouth. And if it is rotting underneath your crown, you will not know. And you will have bacteria going through your body. So I had that tooth pulled and I was having extreme hip pain, remember?
Mm-hmm. You blame it on menopause.
They told me that. They told me it was menopause. Do you know my hip feels 70% better? I still got a tweak in it because, of course, I've been twisting it and turning it for the last year trying to get it right. But every day it feels better now that my whole left side was bothering me.
Wow.
I was getting migraines on my left side. My neck started hurt. I went to the dentist on Thursday because my neck was really bothering me. And I was like, and at night when I was laying down, I couldn't feel pain in this tooth, but I was feeling something. Like I was like, why? I don't know why I feel something. Went to the dentist. The man was telling me, "Oh, we could save the tooth."
You know I'm gonna say, I'm gonna make a joke, right?
Make your stinking joke. Make your stinking joke.
How was your breath?
My breath was fine. No, that's the thing. My breath. I take good care of my teeth. I go to the dentist on a regular basis.
Yeah,
But
oh, yeah, it sounds like it. But I'm just saying, it's like you. I mean, you described as like bacteria and stuff like it's like if nothing, like you didn't like,
no, that I'm telling you, this is. I would have if I had bad breath. I would have been like, yo, y'all got to do something about this. No, I was flossing. I brush. I keep
you
my.
know, that's one of my worst fears. Like I don't know. Maybe it happened when I was in elementary. I maybe blocked it out. I think somebody was like, I think I was trying to whisper to somebody that, yeah, yo, breath stink.
Oh no! Oh no!
So like Shannon Sharp, like he brushes teeth way too much. I'm not like that, but I'm like a fanatic, like flossing and stuff. Like I literally love going to the dentist because my technician lady, she brags. She goes like, "Your teeth are so clean," and I like, yeah,
Yes.
like I really like that. So anyway, go, I'm sorry.
No, just get seriously. Anybody on here who is over the age of who is Generation X, if you have had root canals, because our parents took us to the dentist, they didn't know better about silver and root canals. And I did a lot of research on root canals. We should never get a root canal, but I'm not telling you not to because I'm not a dentist. But we should never get a root canal because it kills the tooth, and then you have a dead tooth in your mouth, and you cannot. It doesn't respond to anything. So if it's rotten under your crown, you just don't know. So since I had the tooth pulled, my whole left side feels better because our whole body is connected. It's
Yeah.
and our mouth is like the central place where things happen. Like we have to make sure our mouth is okay. So if you had any root canals, I encourage you right now to schedule an appointment with your dentist and just get an x-ray done to see if there's an infection because it'll show up on the x-ray. You might not know, you might not be having any symptoms, you might not have bad breath, nothing may be going wrong. If you had a root canal when you were younger, go get the root canal checked because more than likely they're going to tell you it needs to be retreated. But I would say get it pulled. And he kept telling me we could save the tooth. I'm
So
like,
you said they put a screw. It's gonna be a screw in tooth now.
I'm going to get an implant.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So implant it's like yeah. So it's just like but they screw it into the gum, right?
Yes, I'm going to get an implant. It's all right. I'll take an implant over. Do you know that a toothache can kill you?
Yeah.
A
I
rotten.
mean, I don't play with my teeth. I mean, if any sign of any type, I don't play with my teeth. I got a great relationship with my dentist. So
Yeah, people don't realize that a toothache can kill you. Like bacteria can spread to your brain. Like things can happen to you that we just don't know. So, in anytime anybody tells you anything, just do your research. So, if I knew what I knew now about root canals, I never would have had a root canal. I had another one over here, but once I get this side done, I'm going to get this one removed too, because I just don't want it in my mouth anymore. So, check your teeth this week. If you've ever had a root canal, go get your teeth checked and have your dentist say, listen. And if you're having any type of joint pain, I'm telling you, I read up on root canals. I was like, does root canals cause joint pain? All of these articles popped up. So if you're having any joint pain and your doctor cannot figure it out and they're telling you it's menopause or rheumatoid arthritis, go and get your teeth checked immediately. Every doctor that you go to should be asking us if we're in any type of pain. Have you ever had a root canal? No doctor ever asked me that, ever. Why? If I'm having joint pain, rheumatoid, y'all don't know that root canals cause this? So do your research. Yes, I remember when, hold on, yes. I remember when you got your tooth pulled and your mouth was hurting really bad. Yes, it really was. So get your teeth checked. So that is our health and wellness tip of the week. Stretch because your body needs it. At least a little bit, 15 minutes a day.
Yeah.
And 2, go get your teeth checked on a regular basis. And if you had a root canal, because I go to my routine dental visits, I get my teeth cleaned every 6 months.
Yeah.
I'm not going in there like, check my root canal.
Man, yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I don't, like you said, doctors aren't doing, they don't really explore. No, it's like, if you don't tell them, they're not asking.
Right. They're not.
I mean, even on your yearly exam, stuff like that, they're not really
telling me, what I should be looking out for. It's like, so what, tell me what's going on. And I mean, it's 50-50 if you're really paying attention to what's going on.
Right. There are tests that you have to suggest.
Correct.
It's not get like my thyroid. I have a bad thyroid, so there are tests that I take that people in my family don't take. Like they don't know to take these tests. So I tell them, like, get your thyroid checked.
Mm.
They're not really checking it extensively. They're like, oh, everything's good. Just because your blood work looks good doesn't mean nothing's going on. But your body will tell you.
It will. I think our, and I'm the back half, or I'm the middle, Generation X. I think you're a little bit, you and older is the end of that generation that's like fearful of dentists and fear of doctors. And like my dad is like fearful of going to the doctor and the dentist.
Right.
I
know a lot of people in our generation are.
Yeah, it's like really? I mean, he's like he like loses his mind going to the dentist. And I'm just like,
a lot of people have fear.
I mean, I love going to the. I mean, I wish I could go. I wish I could go every 3 months.
Oh no, your insurance ain't having that, brother.
I know. 2 times a year. I'm like, damn. At least I think 3 times a year would be good. I think because you're going for a cleaning and this. Like, I mean, I clean. I floss every day pretty much. So
yes, yeah. So go to the dentist, people. Your mouth is so important, and it's all connected. So we're gonna get to our final thoughts for the evening. So Lamar, what is your final thoughts?
I want everyone to understand that Generation X, and we'll talk about the end, and I'll start with my age. I really started to think I had 20 to 25 years left of good life. I pray that it's more, but life is short, people, and live, be honest, hopefully you're happy. I don't know if a lot of people know what being happy is, but we're getting to the point where we got more behind us than in front of us. And to be worried about petty stuff and things of that nature, if I got 50,000 in the bank, then listen, are you happy? Are you living? Are you being the best version of yourself? Pay attention, because this clicking fast. It is clicking really fast. And I know one day I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be like, damn, that's an old man right there.
You're already waking up as an old man right there.
Nah, I mean, I can still pull me something if I want to, but I'm like, yeah, I'm talking about why they're like, oh, ain't he cute? That's when your ass is old. You a threat to nobody.
My final,
I'm still a threat. I'll bite your ass.
Oh no, we not biting, are we? My final thought is pay attention to your instincts at all times, because your instincts are telling you something that you already have seen signs and signals, like even in relationships, even with my tooth, there were signs and signals, and I didn't pay attention to my instinct, to the signs and signal that led up to me saying, I have this gut feeling. It's not a gut feeling. I've seen things along the journey that was saying, I saw this girl who was talking about root canals, right? And I was just like, I need to go get a root canal checked. And she had put this whole thing up about how you shouldn't get root canals and what's going on. And I was just like, oh my goodness. The signs are always there if you pay attention. And for those of us who are dating and those of us who are in relationships, be honest with yourself when it comes to the signs. And I'm not only talking about red flags, I'm talking about green flags too. If you have a good person in your life, don't take advantage of them. If you have a person in your life where there's bad red flags, honor yourself, honor your feelings, and you have the right to do what's best for you. So that's my final thought. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We'll be here next Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. You can join us on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. Bring a friend, tell a friend, share, because sharing is caring. And we will see you next week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Same time, same place. We love y'all. Peace and blessings.